Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do some adjustments to this clipper. We're gonna change the blade and also we're gonna make an adjustment on the level guard. Here we have the blade. It brings the screws and also it brings the oil, and the blades are also lubricated from factory. We're gonna make some adjustment to the level guard right here. First, remember that you have to unplug the machine from the wall. Make sure that it's unplugged before starting the process. Now we're gonna remove the screws from the blade. Remove the blade, and now we're gonna remove this part from the level guard to fix this part right here, which is bended. I'm gonna show you how to fix that. First, remove the screw from the level guard. After you remove the screw from the level guard, take this part out of the clipper. And as you can see right here, it's bended to the right. Over time, this part right here can be bended like this if you use it a lot and it's not lubricated. But we're gonna fix it with pliers like this. We're gonna use the pliers and we're gonna push down like this to make it go back to where it was. Go little by little, adjust a little bit, and then if you think you can adjust a little bit more, go back and adjust a little bit more. Don't adjust it too much because then it's gonna be hard for the part to go back to the clipper. Here we still can adjust a little bit more. Now I think it's good. We're gonna install the part back to the clipper to see if it's okay. And as you can see, the metal part is touching the plastic part, which is what we wanted. Since we have already that part removed, we're gonna remove these 3 screws right here, and we're gonna remove that plastic part, and we're gonna clean that as well. Remove the screws and then take that part, plastic part, out of there, and you're gonna see a lot of dirt and a lot of hair under there. As you can see, it's very dirty. Remove the excess of hair with a cloth or an old t-shirt, and also you can use the brush to finish cleaning the rest. Also, you can use the blow dryer if you have one next to you. Now we use the brush to clean everything off. Clean also the plastic part that you remove out of the clipper before assembling the part back. Now we're gonna install the part back and we're gonna tie the 3 screws that we removed. It's very easy to do. Every time I change my blades, I try to clean under this part right here, so it's clean, nice and clean. Also, you can remove the plastic cap on top of the clipper, but today we're not gonna do it. We're only gonna focus in this section of the clipper. And also I'm gonna show you how to adjust this metal part right here, which it has a T shape with a white cap. Every time I change my blade, I try to adjust that section right there. I'm gonna show you how to do it. So you're just gonna, this part right here, you're just gonna bend it a little bit down. So when the blades are installed are more like tight. Just bend it a little bit like this. Don't bend it too much, it's just a little bit. We're only gonna make an adjustment. And then when you install the blades, both blades are gonna be tighter. We're gonna assemble this part back to the clipper, and we're gonna adjust and install the level guard. First, we're gonna apply a little bit of lubricant oil. Make sure that it's nice and lubricated, so when we use it, it's not hard for the part to go up and down. Install the level guard and tighten the screw. The screw, you're gonna adjust it the way you like it. I kind of like it like in a medium setup. I don't like to have it too loose or too tight. Something that is easy for me to open and close the guard easy, and it doesn't open by itself, so it needs to be kind of tight. Here we can see that we can still adjust a little bit more this part right here. We keep trying up and down, see how you like it. Now we're gonna install the blades. First we're gonna install the upper part of the blade, and then we're gonna adjust and install the bottom part. We're gonna adjust the screws, and then this is a very important part of the installation of the blade, because some people they want to have it like zero gap, and some people want to have a little bit of gap. I'm one of the ones that I kind of like it with some gap, and the reason is that you can cut the client if it's like zero gap like this. Right here is zero gap. Some people like it like this to blend the fade faster and closer to the skin, but I prefer to have some gap, and we're gonna make some gap right here. Just push the lower part of the blade and adjust it like having just a little bit of gap, like this. Just make sure that both sides are even. Push it a little bit to the left so it's even both sides, and adjust the blade with some gap. Now we're gonna tighten the screws. I recommend you that tighten one of the screws just a little bit. Don't tie it all the way, because then you're gonna move the blade, and whatever you adjust, you're gonna end up like uneven, making uneven the blade. So just tie that screw a little bit, and then go back to the other one and adjust it a little bit, and then go back to the first one and then the other one. This way you can make sure that the blade is tight, but it's not out of the way you adjusted at the beginning. Every time I use the machine and change the blade, I like to add some oil. Now we're gonna adjust this section right here. This screw right here, what it does is that it adjusts the upper part of the blade. So we're gonna use a flathead, and we're gonna adjust this section right here so it's even and it's not noisy. You're gonna adjust it a little bit and then move the machine to both sides to see if it's not making a big noise. If it doesn't make a big noise, then it's adjusted. Here we can see that we can still kind of adjust it a little bit more. Now when it's adjusted, I like to apply some oil to the blade. Since we already installed it, the blade comes with oil, but you can just add a little bit more oil. It's not gonna hurt. Also, it's gonna help to prevent to get rusty. I like to put 3 drops, 2 in each corner and 1 in the middle, and both they're gonna spread and they're gonna touch each other. Now the machine is working perfectly. Now we can still adjust the level guard a bit more. And remember, you can adjust this the way you like it. It doesn't have to be too tight or too loose. Just adjust it the way that you like it. But don't let it too loose, because then when you are blending a fade, it can open or close by itself, and it's gonna be very hard for you to blend the fade like that. So this machine is ready to go, and I hope you like my video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.